favor, stay above 500 past the playoffs, get into the playoffs. I mean, past the All Star break, get into the playoffs, and I will be a happy fan.
There's a lot of talk about Edwin Diaz being back this season.
This season,
a whole lot of talk about it.
This season, yeah, he got a few months, but we need him 100% regardless.
This season,
we need him 100%. So my whole thing is, it's early.
Nancy, how you doing?
What's up, Nancy? It's early. I'm not going to start the madness or the ruckus for real. The XFL is winding down. The USFL has already started, I believe.
So has the XFL been a success?
I think so. I don't have a problem with the games. Rick was like, he's not really excited. It's kind of stale. I'm not going to lie. They're playing decent football. We ain't got a whole lot of superstar players or whatever, but they're trying to maintain the league. I don't have a problem with what they're doing personally. I really do not.
Is it gimmicky?
No, it's not gimmicky. That's the point. It's not. They're just playing
Shout
football.
out to Josh Gordon. Shout out to Josh Gordon, man.
What do you do?
He's out there. He's playing in the XFL.
I mean, yeah, he playing. He had one All-Star, one highlight reel, and I'm not mad about that. Because, like I said, they're just playing ball. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
They just playing ball. They're starting to talk jump. They have a little controversy every now and then, but it's. I'm not disappointed. I'm not mad. They'll make a full season. They'll do the playoffs. I think they will be renewed. I think they're going
to be renewed.
Once they start the second season, they'll be a complete success, in my opinion.
Tone,
the Rays. I see that.
Rays, yeah.
I lived down there when they were called the Devil Rays, and they have 149 games to go for a perfect season.
I'll bet against it right now. The only perfection we ever had was the Orioles losing 50 straight, I think it was. XFL is right first season, a little stale, but I already knew, Glick. I already knew. I'm gonna start writing down.
I've got to.
Let's go.
What's going on? I want to.
JoJo all over. I like that, JoJo.
The elephant in the room.
Let's go. I used to do that on Glick Show, JoJo. I like that. Glick, you're not wrong. I just saw some USFL games on cable. I didn't know if they were current or repeats. But they started a couple of weeks good. Maybe we'll jump on that. We're going to see how it goes. Big ups to the XFL, though, for real. I got no complaints against you. I got nothing against y'all. Congratulations.
Right.
The very first season was a lot of hype. The second season was to try to rebrand. This season, you just doing what you're supposed to do. I ain't mad at them. Yeah, here we go with this.
It was announced this week, and
yes.
I just want to let you know, to anyone that thought Sunday Ticket was going to be economical for anyone,
right?
You were fooled. You were in the minority,
right?
Because the high cost for YouTube's NFL Sunday Ticket package.
You and Danny talked about this last night, didn't you?
We talked a little bit about it. I wanted to talk again and get to the crux of everything. Okay. If you're a YouTube subscriber, YouTube TV subscriber, $349 a season, $389 if you want Red Zone. If you are not a YouTube subscriber, $449, $489 for Red Zone. Okay. And you have up until June 6th if you want to, pay your money early or your ransom or whatever you want to call it.
What you say, Nancy? Holy crap.
Say it again?
Nancy said, holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, let's be honest. How much is that a month for NFL season? NFL season, how many months?
What's it about? 6 months?
We got September, October, November, December, maybe January. So you divide that by 5. That's how much you're paying a month. Is it worth it? That's number one. Number two, everything else on YouTube is free.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Nothing in life is free.
YouTube was free for a while before they started charging because everybody's on it. Internet used to be free until they started charging because everybody's on it. Wi-Fi used to be free before they started charging because everybody's on it. And I'm just being real for the time that I'm saying. They're gonna get exclusivity. People are going to pay for it because they want it. I just heard about this the other thing. Why NFL I mean, it's not about the fan; it's about the sponsors. That's a whole nother conversation. I'll debate that, but I don't think I'll be paying for it. I do have YouTube Premium. If it's included with the YouTube Premium, we're good, correct?
No.
Yeah. Well, then they screwed. They can try it. They can try it and see if it'll work.
And
Now,
I
people
said
will
to
pay
Danny
for
the
it.
other night. I
Yes.
said to Danny the other night that the problem is CBS and Fox pay about $2.5 billion a year
That's what I was about to say. Yes. I was going to say
for
that.
the
Yes.
1 o'clock and for the 4 o'clock game. So
Yes.
for both early windows. So they're sticking it to the fans. Period. If they are paying this amount, that cost has to be transferred over to someone if you want to watch it.
I think a fair question on this.
And then you wonder why
Go
you
ahead.
can only go to 1 or 2 games a year.
This will be good.
Agree?
For the
Disagree?
This will be good for the people who can't go to the games. It is expensive. Like I said, divided number by the whole season. Even the NFL Network was what, $50, $60 a month? People used to pay for that. You didn't even get no games. You got Thursday night game, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't even want to let you out the contract when you wanted to cut it off. They don't give a shit about the it's always about the money, Nancy. 100. It's always about the money. It's always about the money. Wait till we realize that the money we paying is nothing compared to what they're getting from their sponsors. That's
So you go
at.
to a game. You go to a game to get decent tickets is going to be about $300.
Exactly. You have a sports app I can watch all the games free. Yeah, I know about a couple of apps you can watch for free. I personally am looking for. I look for the games that are not in my region on regular TV.
Oh, and that's the other thing.
Yes.
If it's in the blacked out games are still not included. So you're just like, well, wait a minute. Right. I don't want to harp on this too long, but they've got the games in London, which aren't included in the package.
Right.
You've got the game in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing one in Germany this year.
Right.
All of this stuff is not included in the package.
That's crazy.
You know, and then factor in Sunday night football, Thursday night football, Monday night football. This year, there's going to be a Black Friday game.
There's going to be a Black Friday game.
There's going to be a Black Friday game.
They already don't want to do Thursday night football. How are they going to do Black Friday? Well, everybody's off and they'll be able to watch it. Not everybody.
Right.
Not everybody.
So,
Nancy, that NFL, the Thursday night football on Amazon Prime, I think that'll stay because Amazon can afford it.
Well, they signed a $10 billion deal.
Yeah, Amazon can afford it, and them players will get their check. They don't want to play on Thursdays, but they will for that money. I will use that Browns-Steelers game last season, which was an excellent football game. Might have been the best Thursday night football game we've seen in a long time.
I don't know.
But I'm good. Jezo, what you got on it, man?
Not much, man. You know what I mean? People gonna try to do what they gotta do. You're gonna make a living. They're gonna try to hustle. I mean, if you're gonna make these packages, you gotta include all these games. That's what I'm trying to say.
Facts.
You gotta do that, especially if you're putting prices the way they are, man.
Facts.
You gotta include these things. You can't just put certain prices up, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, we don't have what we need here. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Now I'm looking for a game where I got to scurry off to a whole nother damn app, another damn package that I'm paying for. I gotta go to now to watch these games.
Toby.
And that's even if you know what I mean, and that's if I'm not paying for TV services still. You know what I mean? Like,
Good night, Nancy. Thank you for coming through. Amazon signed a multi-year deal, so Thursday night football ain't going anywhere for a minute. Yeah, I agree with that, Glick. Nancy, I'm gonna stick with that. I think Thursday night football is gonna be here through Amazon. The players, even the players that don't want to play and they don't like the schedule, they want those incentives. So I think they'll do it. I don't know what else we're missing on their side, but I think they're gonna go through with it. Yes, sir. I see it already. Come on.
Joe, if I say the word juice jacking to you,
Juice jacking?
juice jacking.
Let me go get my
That's
drink.
crazy.
Damn.
Juice jacking.
Juice jacket. Where we jacking juice from, man?
It says, do not use public phone charging stations. This is the FBI earlier this week. They warned
Really?
consumers against using free public. Well, I mean, number one, there's free public Wi-Fi, there's free charging stations. They're saying crooks have managed to hijack public chargers that infect devices with malware or software that can give hackers access to your phone, tablet, or computer.
Yeah, that's been there. We talked about this last year, I think. I think it was the last year before we talked about
avoid.
Yeah, you don't want to use public charging stations because they can steal a lot of your data on your phone.
The only time I've used a charger is probably on the bus.
That any public charger, just like public Wi-Fi, they can get whatever.
Yeah.
Once you hook it up, it's accessible. Once you hook it up, it is accessible. And Ted, I think we did talk about this. I told people one of the reasons why I like Apple is sometimes when Apple doesn't connect to that Wi-Fi ain't secure.
Mm-hmm.
If it won't connect to that charger ain't necessarily secure. Apple is very high on its security protocols, and I respect them for it.
The FCC is also warned about juice jacking as malware loading scheme is known since 2021. So we did cover this a couple of years ago.
We did talk about it. It's on one of your episodes. One of the episodes I was on with you. I remember we discussed it.
So consumer devices with compromised USB cables can be hijacked through software that can siphon off usernames, passwords. The FCC warned at the time. The commission told consumers to avoid these public stations.
That just killed the public Wi-Fi in the airports. Because people need them, especially with them layovers. Glick, they're already doing that, just for the record.
They're gonna get your personal info and come and steal your DNA to make clones.
They're already doing it. Spoiler alert. They're already doing it. Spoiler alert. They're already doing it. They're already doing it.
Hey, so I do want to definitely shout out Nonsensical Nonsense podcast.
Word
up. Richard Roberts.
My man Rich, Fireman Rich. Yes, Lord.
Fireman Rich, his last day of work was today. He's officially retired. So
wow.
Officially retired.
His second
retirement. We want to say Fireman Rich, hashtag.
Wow.
Big shout out to you, Rich.
His second retirement. I'm trying to follow his footsteps. We're going to catch up one day, I promise.
Definitely. JoJo, who does what he does on Friday nights with Cope's Corner. Want to shout that out.
Mike for Reals, what's good, man?
Appreciate that.
I ain't seen Mike for Reals in a minute up here.
We going global, baby. Okay. Want to shout out Big Mike. I just stopped by their show last week. I got the notification only because guess what? JoJo shared his YouTube channel.
Word.
Even though I'm subscribed to Mike's channel, I'm not sure what happened. I'm never getting a notification for the live show, but last week I got it. So I was able to watch them live. Kind of felt back to when we were on that other platform.
Right. Once again, keeping notifications on. We all got each other's back. I don't see the problem.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'm harping on it. I don't see the problem. I'm harping on it. I ain't seen
JoJo, what is going on in your world? It was a big weekend last weekend. We missed it. And I told you at the start of this stream, I said, I woke up and it was like, I don't know, like 2:00 in the morning. Friday morning last week.
Yeah.
And missed everything. Woke up, was just like, whoa, wait a minute, what just happened? And you guys were on the chat, just rambling about whatever we ramble about.
Yeah.
But what's going on this week?
Man, just usual stuff, man. PFL got their third event. These events have been kind of iffy, man. I'm not gonna lie. PFL events have been, they've been kind of iffy.
Subpar?
But they got the third. The first one was horrible. There was only 3 finishes. There was 11 fights, 3 finishes, 8 decisions. And out of those 8 fights that went to decision, like 2 of them were important. 2 of them were actually looked good. The rest of them were just, So last week they had the women and the heavyweights. That was all right. It's kind of weird. You don't see Kayla Harrison is not competing in the PFL this season. She is, but not in the tournament. Even though they have the featherweights now, not the lightweights. She has 2 fights left on her contract. So because of that, they didn't have her fight in the tournament, which is kind of a bad idea, but I kind of get where they're going with it. So this week they have the third fight, the third event, which is going to be, if I remember, I think it's, was it lightweights? Yeah, lightweights and welterweights. There's also some showcase fights that are going to be on the card too. Headlined by Sadabusi versus this dude that they picked up that's 18-4. Jara Hussein Al-Silawi, who's out of Jordan. Other than that, he's fighting. They have the former lightweight contender, the lightweight winner. He's gonna be in this tournament this season. It'll be good. That's gonna take place on Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah, Friday. 7 p.m. is the prelims. I think 9 or 10 o'clock is the main card. So you can catch all that on ESPN Plus. They got an LFA fight. 2 dudes that are supposed to be. Whoever wins that fight in the main event of the LFA 156 card, headlined by Jalen Fuller versus Trey Waters. That's a welterweight title fight. Both these dudes tried for the UFC. I think Trey Waters tried last season and got completely manhandled. It was horrible, but he has an opportunity here to become the welterweight champion. And LFA, if he wins, he can hold it. If not, he probably got the call back to the UFC. That should be pretty cool. We got the UFC Fight Night card that happens on Saturday. Your boy Max Holloway comes back again. The number 2 man in the division, only below the champion. He faces one of the top contenders in this division that goes by the name of Arnold Allen out of the UK, more so England. This dude is a menace. He's 19-1. He is a stocky boy for the division. He has slowly cruised through that division, finds his way to fight this dude. If he beats Max, he's right up there. Headlined by a co-main event between former title challenger in the lightweight division, Edson Barboza out of Brazil, the nasty Muay Thai specialist, 22-11, as he continues his ride through the featherweight division against Billy Quarantillo, who's 17-4. Billy Q is a madman, yo. A dude that came out from the Ultimate Fighter a few years back. 34 years old. Currently he beat the former lightweight challenger Alexander Hernandez that came and made his debut in the division. He's fought a list of who's who. Always high pace, fun to watch. That's gonna be going down. We also got Dustin Jacoby versus Asmat Mirzakanov, who's kind of made his debut since, he's had a couple fights since I think it's 2020 or the 2021 season of Dana White's Contender Series. Also, Ian Kudalaba introduces Tanner Bozer out of Canada to the light heavyweight division. Bozer's a really light-footed, crazy, high-paced kickboxer. He be moving down weight. Former title contender Pedro Munoz is fighting Chris Gutierrez, who's 19-3-2. Gutierrez is a monster kickboxer, known for his leg kicks. He also had the last fight, the retirement fight against Frankie Edgar in New York at UFC 281. Put Frankie Edgar to sleep. Made me sad. And longtime standout Clay Guida fights Rafa Garcia. Now, Clay Guida is the former Strikeforce lightweight champion. He's fought a list of who's who. Super decorated career. About 40 years old now. 38 fights. Well, 38 wins, 22 losses. Pretty much 60 fights. Competes in grappling competition as well. There's a couple other good fights on here on the undercard. This is going to be starting at 5:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. 5:30 is the prelim card, so that means around 8:30, 8 o'clock will be the main card. So there's 14 fights on this card. Jesus Christ. And that's going to be a hell of a card, man. But there's interesting shit. We got a boxing match on Saturday.
Okay.
We got boxing. The guy that wants to go, that actually Tyson Fury was planning on fighting, is fighting. If this guy wins this fight, he will be fighting Tyson Fury possibly next. That is the man out of the UK by the name of Joe Joyce. Now, Joe Joyce is undefeated at 15-0. He's fighting Zhilei Zhang out of China, who's 24-1-1. This will be at the Queensberry Promotions. This will take place at 2 in the afternoon. And this fight will be for, if I remember correctly, the WBO Interim Championship. Because as you know, the WBO official title is held by a certain somebody. Usyk. So he has the interim title. Yeah. Alexander Usyk, correct? So he'll be fighting Zhilei Zhang here. We also got Denzel Bentley versus Kieran Smith. Dennis McCann. Who is it? McCann. Who's McCann fighting? Because some of these fighters didn't really. Did they scratch McCann off this card? No, they did. Oh shoot! I think they did. Well, Joyce is fighting Zhang. Hold up. Michaela Mayer is going to be on this card, 17-1, fighting Christina Leonardado, who actually has a win over the current champ. That's cool. That's walking around, Alicia Baumgartner. So I guess Michaela Mayer is trying to use this fight to make a statement. Michaela, just get over it. You lost. It is what it is. But yeah. The rest of the fights are pretty good. Also, before we go out, RIP to the chin of the former seemed to be an indestructible Fortuna. Last weekend he got knocked into oblivion. I think it was in the 7th round. That was one of the nastiest things I've seen in quite a while. A guy that tall get dropped that bad was, oh my God. But yeah, man, other than that, Izzy got his title back last weekend. That was pretty good.
Oh.
Clap it up for him. In devastating fashion. Oh my God. Adesanya versus Pereira 2 was nothing short of spectacular. Oh my God.
I got to interject because I kind of thought the fight was going in the other direction.
It was.
And then out of nowhere, it's
just simple, man. Pereira had him hurt. He kicked the lead leg. He messed up Izzy's lead leg bad.
Mm-hmm.
He got greedy. He got too greedy. He didn't go and be patient enough and left himself open because he got a little bit too aggressive. and tried to close the show again and left himself open. Izzy threw that counter right hand, caught him, rocked him. Pereira tried to come back, and Izzy finished the job. Nasty second counter right hand. Yeah. Then throws the nasty hammer fist. He didn't even need the hammer fist, but just threw it.
He didn't.
And then it was over. Then he did the celebration. He did the arrow like Alex does. And then he went up to Alex's son, who was sitting ringside.
Savage.
And just dropped. Like how his son did to him. Like how because Alex's son did that to him years ago when they were kickboxing.
Yes.
When Alex knocked out Izzy, his son went up and reenacted the fall. You know what I mean? Making fun of the knockout. So he did the same thing to his dad. Talk about messed up. Petty at its finest.
Petty.
But UFC 287 was a really good card in Miami. Judges were a little questionable here and there, but there was some good knockouts. Shout out to my dude Rob Font. He got a much-needed TKO win against Adrian Yanez. That was the third fight on the main card. Spectacular stuff, though. Good knockouts, good finishes. It was really good, man. But that's it. Also, wrestling. Shout out to that dude, Sonata. He beat Kazuchika Okada. Thank God. New Japan needed something new. That was all. But yeah, man.
Hey, how jazzed up are you for Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia?
I'm really hyped. I'm happy because they're young. They're going to do this fight, and it leaves the opportunity guaranteed for a rematch. The thing is, this could go to a trilogy bout, and as long as they're not playing the stupid games and they're just aiming to get this fight done, I'm cool with it. I am still questioning that whole hydration cause thing that they have with Ryan Garcia, but Garcia has really, really focused and lined himself up well to cut the weight and be, hydrated, but not hydrated over the possible limit that they want him to be at. Because they want him drained down and they want him built up, but not over what Tank is going to be. Kind of a weird situation, but it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
Considering the fact that Tank and Ryan have fought at 140 somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't understand, but I get what they're trying to do. I get the politics behind it, the moves behind it, somewhat. But as long as they're both healthy, they're coming in at 100%, I'm fine with it.
Got it. Tone, I guess we need to talk about the 2023 Cadillac Escalade. And we need to talk about how do we save Joe? How do we save Tony's car and his Cadillac converter?
Save his car?
How do we save his car and his catalytic converter?
What's wrong with my car and my catalytic converter?
On your 2023 Escalade.
The Twitch. Let's see what we got here. I was about to say the catalytic converter theft is rising. Yes, they are still the catalytic converters all over the place, not just on Cadillacs. Cadillacs are also known for being stolen or at least jacked and damaged for their engines. That's been since 2010. Those two stories I do know about. Yes.
Yeah.
Never leave your
Tone, how do we protect your car from theft? The top 5 ways.
I give it a 1 as number 1 above all of that. Don't leave it nowhere in public.
Yeah. Yep. That's
Never leave
correct.
your vehicle running or unattended. Duh. Hide your valuables, which means stop leaving stuff in the seat with the windows rolled down, or leaving stuff in the seat and you can see through the windows and they realize where it's at, so they
Yeah.
break it and go and get it.
Take your
well-lit
valuables
areas.
with you, if
Yeah,
anything. Yeah.
park in well-lit areas. That used to work, but now these jokers wear masks and fake bodysuits, so they still going to try. Remember, the video cameras can be a deterrent. Can be, not always, because these knuckleheads don't care no more. Lock your vehicle and take your keys. Duh, but they will still jack your car, hotwire it, or do the gone in 60 seconds and leave with that bad boy. They stole a Cadillac Escalade in that movie. You think they don't know what's going on with these new ones? My bad.
Word, man.
Consider
Especially
a catalytic converter shield. Yeah. Go ahead, JoJo. My bad.
No, I was gonna say, especially if you got these Honda cars, man. You driving Hondas, you driving some Nissans, you driving some Toyotas, some Hondas, man. Gone in 60 seconds for real, for real.
Yeah. High quality components on a very valuable vehicle. You know what vehicle is not up here that I have not seen a problem with? And I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there. I know we diverting. I meant to keep this quick. I gotta do
go
this.
ahead.
Has anybody seen that brand new Grand Wagoneer by Jeep?
I have not.
Nobody's talking about it.
No.
I saw one last summer at a dealership. I'm talking about the plastic was still on the windows. The sticker said 180 grand.
Woo.
Shoot.
They said that wasn't even the top of the line. When I was at the dealership, I said, wait a minute, that's a house.
Yeah.
It is clean.
Damn.
It is clean. I'm talking about the plastic was still on there. I like the Grand Wagoneer. Jeep has never had a bad reputation. Any and everybody I have ever known who had a Jeep Cherokee, Comanche, whatever, loved it. So that vehicle will not only retain its value, but how is that not the highest valued vehicle on the road?
No, that's a good question.
Just being real.
Yeah.
As an
People still out
American-made
here?
vehicle. Jeep is American-made. Is it not anybody?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's worth 180 grand, top quality, no complaints about it that I've ever heard. Anybody who has ever heard anything wrong about Jeep, I'm talking about Grand Cherokees, regular Cherokees, Laredos, Comanches, and Wranglers. Y'all please let me know, because I have not. And I know people who have owned Jeeps for over 30 years.
That's very true. Yep.
I'm just being real. I like Escalade. I like that new Escalade. That brand, I think it's the 2023 or the 2024 model. That bad boy clean. That bad boy clean. And it's damn near all-wheel drive, all type, all terrain, everything. It is clean. Glick, I think we talked about it on the show one time. But
I know I'm against the brand.
They jacking catalytic converters left and right. I forgot what
Yeah.
the point was. I'm not sure if it's the copper in it, the bronze, or whatever's in there. But
They're looking for the metals. It's the metals. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They are definitely taking Cadillacs for those engines, because you can do so much with those engines and other vehicles. I've known that since 2010 when I had my Escalade. As much as I want another one, I'm scared to leave it anywhere.
Tony says,
I drove mine to
consider
Brooklyn.
a catalytic converter shield. I don't even know what that is.
Me neither. That's why I couldn't talk about it.
Purchase a catalytic converter shield and schedule the installation through Repair Pal.
We all got Repair Pal.
Yeah, is this weird, like I'm trying to remember. It's like a
Joe, yeah, you can tell us.
It's like a cap, something like a capsule. I can tell you something like a capsule. It's a weird little trinket thing. Not many people invest time into it, but it's nice. It's nice, and it does help. Until you get somebody that does the research to protect it, but I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. They have those certain ones that come out there. It's like somewhat of a cover. Then you have some of them that's kind of like barred in to your car somewhat. But they're okay. They're okay. For the most part, most people won't really know how to deal with them. But after a while, you'll have people try to research and do what they do to look into it. But for the most part, it kind of helps. It helps, and they don't cost a lot. They're pretty, they're pretty simple, easy to buy.
So Joe, is it safe to say, you remember like in the 80s, in the 90s, when you get your car radio and you would be walking around in the mall with your car radio in your bag?
Oh yeah.
The pull-out radio.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like annoying like that? where if you leave your radio in there and someone breaks the glass and then steals your radio?
It's annoying, but it takes a lot more time for somebody to take your catalytic converter than it is to take your radio. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Yeah. At least they're going to take your radio. They're going to look for something. They'll plot it out with like a screwdriver or some shit, and then just plot it out, bloop, bloop. Some shit like that. But a catalytic converter, you got to really sit there and go through the process of taking it. Unless it's somebody that really knows about that stuff, and then it's like zip that bow, like a 5-minute thing. But yeah, there's a lot more. There's a tad bit more hassle, and you'll probably see somebody, fussing with some shit before they manage to get your catalytic converter. Yeah, it's more of a process than trying to take the radio.
I like what it says about protect your catalytic converter from theft. Consider a shield, okay. The repair pal, okay. Visit a trusted repair shop to etch your VIN into the catalytic converter. While it may not keep it from being stolen, it may deter converter buyers because they got to scratch it off like stolen guns. Yeah. I got that. Okay. Install a recovery system
for your catalytic converter.
Facts. Yeah, you want that. Number four is a big plus to me. I got to throw a star next to that one.
Whoa. Yes. Hold on. Are we talking about for the car? Or are we talking about for the catalytic converter?
Look at number 4 on your list. I'm going to say
it says install a vehicle recovery system. Okay, that's for your car. All right.
Now, mind you, some cars have to have catalytic converters in their systems now. Any part of the system that goes wrong is going to give you a check engine light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any part of the system. If your gas cap isn't all the way on your car, it'll activate your check engine light.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's been 5-10 years ago. So a discount on your auto insurance, big plus.
How many cars have gas caps now?
All of them.
Really?
Yes. What car doesn't have a gas cap? You got to open the door and take the cap off, right?
You a lot of these cars nowadays, you open the door and it's just there.
That means yours was stolen.
Okay.
Yeah, but you gotta have a gas.
That means yours was stolen. Somebody took your cap
away.
If you have an alarm, set it to high so it activates your car when it's tampered with. I think a lot of people are going to drive folks nuts with that because they used to do that when car alarms became the thing in the first place. People got tired of hearing car alarms going off all night.
Yeah.
I would definitely put an emphasis on number 4 over all of them. No disrespect to this list at all.
Got it.
Whether you win or lose, you want your insurance to be able to recompensate what you have and to put you right back on the road so you get to work, take care of the kids. We're not even talking about family. Going to work, taking care of the kids is the biggest thing. I would definitely emphasize number 4 on that list.
And if you got an alarm, don't trust in these loud alarms that just go brah, brah. Try to get one of those silent alarms that you can get them notifications in your crib. This way, those help a lot more than the brah, brah, because you could be
back to the old school with the vibrating keychain when your car got tampered with.
Yeah. Because, in like 30 seconds, somewhere between 30 seconds and 2 minutes, they could easily cut that alarm off, bro.
Yeah.
They'll cut that alarm off before that alarm even goes off.
And if you don't know, they can cut the alarm off your car in the first place by putting a magnet over the battery so it doesn't go off.
Oh.
Learn that from some Atlanta boys back in the 90s. A-Town. Y'all something else, boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's that magnet. That electromagnet type stuff there. Yeah.
Magnet action.
You get a magnet and a battery.
I wish Brian was here. Was here. Last one I want to talk about. I mean, what we all do, we all kind of cook.
How did I know it was going to be food? Burgers? I was trying not to do this. I knew it was going to be food. I knew it. I knew it. Y'all been throwing them grilled pics all week.
Yo.
Smash burgers.
Iconic smash burger.
Here we go.
I need
smash burgers.
I needed Brian here. Talk about his classic smash burger.
Oh my God, y'all.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
What's the ingredients on it? Let me see what the ingredients are. Y'all do the cooking, but I do the eating.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Just smash
Break
burger.
out
Get
the
You know what?
noodles.
Use a basting dome. Okay.
Yeah.
You should maintain his own ingredients. Scroll back down a
You
little
bust
bit.
out the dome to melt the cheese. You got the
Scroll back
dome
number
to
4
melt the
for me.
cheese. You got the what you call it? The
Fresh
burger
onions, fresh
press.
favorite greens. I don't do
Yeah.
tomatoes. I'm down with the onions and the greens. Absolutely.
Okay.
Definitely with the season. Yeah, this is kind of basic to me. I agree with all that. I know you and Brown will get more specific, but that kind of nails it in my opinion.
Yeah.
Definitely with the seasoning. Definitely with the vegetables. Definitely with the dome on it.
Yeah.
So read real quick. Carefully hand shape your patties.
Yes.
When smashing,
Yes.
use
Always
parchment
nice.
paper.
Yes.
Season purposefully.
Don't make your burger
Break
too
out
thick.
the dome.
I agree with that. You know what
And
You
don't
know what I'm
undercut
noticing?
the entourage.
They don't emphasize putting the breadcrumbs in it. They used to hold the meat together back in the day. They
used to do that. They used to do that, but now people just be like, "Yo, just buy meat and just have your meat." They don't want to do extended. Yeah, they don't want to extend the meat no more, so they don't put breadcrumbs. But some people do that still.
They do
No
that in burgers.
breadcrumbs
They did it
in
in meatloaf. You put the breadcrumbs in
Yeah.
there and stick the onions in there and let it cook all the way through.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, you're gonna have to comment on this afterwards, bro.
yeah. You talk to like
You're
the
gonna have
old
to comment
school,
on this.
the old school days. That's what they used to say. They said that to extend the meat, they used to use the old bread.
Mhm.
They used to use the old bread, soak the old bread, I think, in milk, and then just break it apart and throw it in with the burger. Yeah.
Y'all barbecue and milk now?
Nah, that's what they do. They squeeze they use the bread. They used to squeeze it. Yo, I've been watching some of this stuff for like the past couple years, and I was like, yo, I'm fascinated by that. Like, yo, people used to use the bread to extend the meat. I think that was used to do. They used to do that for burgers, but even they did that during like, was it the Great Depression? Yeah, they used to use that
what I'm
too.
missing? The Lipton onion soup mix in the burgers.
Yeah, they do that.
They used to be the deal back in the day too.
Yes.
Yeah. Now they use the ranch. They be using ranch dressing. Ranch
Yeah,
powder.
everything got to have the onions and the parsley and the chives. Got to have that in there. I'm not mad at them for that.
Yeah, and some people be doing the In-N-Out burger thing too now,
Mm,
where they use the mayo, because they do the animal style burgers.
right.
So they use the mayo. They get the crust on the mayo. They call it the Maillard reaction. And so
No. What's up, Carmen? I see you down there, lady.
what it's supposed to do is cause this amazing crust that you get on the burger.
Right.
But yeah, that's what they used to. That's what they do at In-N-Out.
Parsley.
Be doing that.
Get you some onion and herb. Get you some parsley and chives.
Don't forget.
You know what I
dill.
would love to
Sprinkle the
see?
dill.
The Tony
What's
D
that?
cooking show.
You want me to do it?
The Tony D cooking show.
Okay, spoiler alert. I have cooked on your broadcast.
Hey.
I've seen it. I have cooked on your broadcast before. Spoiler alert. I just did beef tips and gravy last night. I think somebody's mouth might have been watering straight up because, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, I had the soy sauce, I had the teriyaki sauce,
Oh,
I had the parsley flakes, I had the garlic
Mhm.
powder, I had the lemon pepper, I had the what else I use? I also use turmeric. I've been using a lot of turmeric.
Turmeric, yes.
I've been using a lot of turmeric to help out.
yes.
Only thing I was missing that I would normally do would be the diced or the chopped onions and the diced and the chopped chives.
Okay.
That would have cooked it. Now, I normally cook the beef tips, let them cook, and I cook my beef tips well done. Y'all, rare, medium, folks. I'm not eating with y'all. Don't cook for me. I'm going to McDonald's. The hell with it. If it ain't at least medium well, I'm not going to be happy. I cook my beef tips all the way through. It won't be tough. And then after I got the gravy, I always use I don't do the home style gravy. I'll go to the damn Kroger and get the brown gravy mix, put some water, stir that bad boy all the way up, and throw it right on top. Stir it around, let it simmer, let it get all thick inside the meat. All that flavor just cooks in together. You mess around and put some rice on top of it, or you get you some mixed vegetables or some green beans. Throw all of that together. That is a decent full meal. You will be healthy. You will not be overeating. You will get your calories. You're going to go to the bathroom and you're going to have a good night's rest. You're welcome.
This man was making magic in the kitchen, man.
It don't take 30
Oh.
minutes. It don't take 30 minutes. I've
That's
cooked
what
on
you
Smoke
need.
Show. I've cooked on Ted's show. I've made breakfast when I've been talking to Richard. I've done all that. Carmen, you know I ain't lying. You know I get up in here. Listen, hey Carmen, I'm not flossing for nothing, all right?
Yo,
I'm not flossing for nothing. You can also use those beef tips of gravy on macaroni and cheese. Play with it. Play with it.
Hey Joe, you know when Tony's not playing? When you hear that fork hit that plate.
Oh yeah,
just
he get them last licks,
that fork will hit that plate. There you go.
He ain't
And he's
wasting
just
a damn
banging against that plate, banging against. And I'm just like, jeez.
He ain't wasting a
Bro,
damn
him is
thing.
not
I don't
playing.
blame you, bro.
Listen,
I
when
don't
I
blame
cook,
you.
if I have leftovers, I'm going to eat my leftovers until either something's growing on it or it's stinking. I don't understand folks who don't eat their own leftovers. I'm not eating after. She said I'm on the floor. It's the truth. I mean, people see me buying dinner. I'm always going out to eat. I'm always ordering something, but I also cook. I do it all. My grocery bill is whether I go out to eat every day or I cook at home.
That's
so,
right.
Because I'm not on the. I'll do the salads every now and then. I got to get my weight back down. I'm actually 30 pounds overweight right now. I got to drop 30 pounds one day. I'm 50. I'm about to stop. I've been going.
Before we get out of here, I do want to shout out my guy.
Angry is easier, Carmen. Angry is easier.
Oh, angry is bad. Yeah, angry is easier. Ted, what is this hashtag? Angry is easier. So, Carmen, we'll let you. I'm gonna let you in on a couple of things. The hashtags for these episodes are from one of my favorite shows. There's a combination of shows that I watch, and right now I'm running through hashtags for the Chicago Fire. So this is from an episode of Chicago Fire. Sometimes I would do hashtags from the episodes from my TV show Fringed, The Wire, Persons of Interest. So the whole gimmick with that is it's one of my favorite episodes from a TV show from the 90s or the early 2000s. But there's no anger here. Want to give a big shout out to my guy Jason, who is now a green belt. What's up with that?
Your guy. Your guy.
My guy.
Green belt.
Yeah, my son got his green belt yesterday in martial arts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he got his green belt.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Shout out.
This dude here, man.
Big shout out for that.
Yeah, me and his mom, we were happy about it. We was up there watching him. His whole class, that whole martial arts program they got here, they got all ages, everybody. They all celebrate each other. They all help each other. It's awesome. It's awesome. Congratulations to him. He'll be here with me next week. So even when I tend to do my own thing, I'm going to have him up here with me.
Got it. Very, very proud. I was very, very happy.
I'm tired of all y'all claiming my son like he y'all's, man.
Yes.
I need to come on and help with these grocery bills and some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They ain't yours. You got to pay for
them. That's what's up, though.
Definitely. So, the question we ask every week, JoJo, best ways to get in contact with you?
Yo, check this out. Yo, I'm on Twitter.
My son Jason, I'm so proud of him.
I wish you would,
woman. Yo, I'm on Twitter, man. New Year, same B at Mr. B 1986. Catch me on OK Live when I'm streaming fights, whenever fights are around. That's whether during the week or on the weekends. If you miss out something during the weekends, You can catch it there during the week on OK Live. Mr. B. I have a picture of Laura Sanko as my profile pic. You'll see everything down there. I don't erase nothing. Everything is there. I got the show with Mike. We on Fridays, man. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Cope's Corner, both with a K. Cope's Corner MMA. We review what's happening last week in the martial arts events. What's going on for the week ahead, the following days events. We give you betting tips and predictions. Let's do some breakdowns as well, man. Other than that, I am going to start doing something that I should have been doing a while ago, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm going to start probably either Tuesdays and Wednesdays. It'll either be the Tuesday or Wednesday, and then probably Sunday or Monday. But it'll be a rundown of all the combat sport events that will be happening, and then the results. That's what I'll be doing, because I think it should be noted that things be happening and we all don't get an idea of what's happening. So I'll be doing that. And I'll just run down the events that you should be paying attention to, because I know there's a lot of stuff, but not everybody's really going to be paying attention to everything. So just pay attention to the things that's really nailed down to where you can get access to, or you'll be able to see highlights of. And that's it. Yep.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for finally doing this. Thank you for like the Mr. B radio hour. You know, we're definitely going to need this. I'm definitely looking forward to it because we're going to learn. Tony D.
Yo.
Where do we find you, sir?
Before I start, JoJo, you got an IG?
I don't have an IG, no.
Okay, no problem. As always, y'all know y'all can find me up here, latenightparents.com. My man Ted Hicks, appreciate you as always. We've been doing this about 2 years now, man. I literally sit up and wait for you every Thursday night. This is ridiculous. It's a daggone addiction. This is a trend. This is a pattern, but I enjoy it. You can also find me Sunday Night Smoke Podcast when he broadcasts on Sundays, 7:30-ish. You can catch me Nonsensical Nonsense Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 6 p.m. We will be on tomorrow night. We're not going to do Saturday, but we'll be on tomorrow night, Friday, 6 p.m. I'm all over the place, specifically myself. I'll be with these 3 broadcasts more than anything. As the random multi-broadcaster, my link tree is TonyD.original. My Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, all of them is up there. PayPal or Cash App if y'all feeling needy. But if you need the specifics, you can find me on Twitch, TONYTON72. You can find me on Instagram, TONYTON72. You can find me on Twitter, TONYTON163. You can find me on YouTube, TONYD7444. I'm trying to get my YouTube numbers up. I'm trying to get my Twitch numbers up. I'm trying to get my Twitter numbers up. Y'all follow me. None of us need to be telling each other to like, share, and subscribe if we're not like, sharing, and subscribing to each other. You look like a hypocrite. I follow each and every last one of y'all. That's how I pop up in your broadcast. Spoiler alert, put your notifications on. I am addicted to live viewers. I am addicted to people coming in when I pop on the camera. I appreciate all the replay viewers. What I got addicted to 11 months ago when our former platform died was when we would come on, everybody would pop in at once. That is my fault. I will say that. It drives me nuts that at least 100 of us follow each other, and we don't have 100 of us as subscribers at least on all channels and all platforms.
Yep,
it's a must.
Preach.
My Twitch number's at 146. My YouTube's at 446 followers. My YouTube is at 30. My Twitter is at 481. My Twitch is at 146. My LinkedIn is at about 256. Carmen, I know what you're saying about LinkedIn. I know what you and I have talked about, but trust me, you can follow me, I will follow you back. I know you want to get your numbers up. I'm the same way. You want to roll, we can do this. All jokes aside. It's been 11 months since our former platform died. I do want to throw this out to you. Please forgive me.
No,
Next
go ahead.
It's been a year since our former platform died. I'm working on a broadcast. I would love to have each and every last one of you up there. I understand if you don't want to come, that's fine. I'm really trying to work on something. I got to get my mind right. I'm going to throw this out there again, too. Some of y'all tired of hearing about it. I'm sorry. I will follow you. I will follow you, Carmen. Don't worry about it. Information man, what's going on? All of you have had an impact on my live streaming for the past 2 years. I've done my best to acknowledge everybody who has ever helped me. I've done on my Twitter, you will see a broadcast called The Bad Boys of Haps. You will see one that says The Ladies of Haps. I try to give props and shout outs to any and everybody who was ever supportive. I am working on a 2-hour broadcast. Shout out to Information Man with the Information Man Show. I was up there with him a few months ago. He is still doing this thing big time. He is covering the latest news. Information Man, much respect for that. You keep it up.
Stopped.
Yeah, he never stopped. Never stopped. I fully understand. I watch it. Donating, sharing, all of that. Big ups to him. Big ups to Brother Shannon as well. I talked with him a couple of weeks ago. He's doing his thing. He covers a lot of the local politics, but he'll also talk about what's going on. He actually did a broadcast and clipped it on his YouTube talking about domestic violence against men, which does not get discussed enough. I'm throwing it out there. I'm going to give y'all another spoiler alert. When I was on Haps, I would do a center of controversy broadcast. If we had a real major issue amongst ourselves, I want to start tackling the major issues in the world, but I know how people want me to do my research. So I'm just looking into it. That's going to take me a minute. Thank you, Ted. Jojo, you already know what it is. Tell Mike I said what's happening. Cook's Corner for real. Everybody who's been looking for me, I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you can't find me, you ain't looking for me. Before that last platform went down, we made sure we could find everybody on any and every platform possible. And cats ain't following each other. It don't make no sense to me. We should all have at least 100 followers apiece.
On Twitch? On Twitch is either Mr. B or Mr. B19, Mr. B86.
I think
either Mr. B or Mr. B86 on Twitch.
1986.
Joe, just drop it in the comments field for Carmen.
All right, cool.
Because your notification came up on YouTube. I think it came up on Twitch too. Let me look on my stash.
So, hey, we want to thank Carmen. Big shout out to Information Man, Mike For Reals, Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast,
Word.
Nancy, girl named Toby.
Helen was in here too. Helen was in here too. Stevie Wonder was in here. Definitely want to thank everyone for Rick Costa is in the house. Rick, we're about to shut it down, bro. But I'm definitely going to jump on with Carmen and Rick in the upcoming weeks. We're going to work through it. As I mentioned, I sent Carmen a text as I woke up. Tony, I want to thank you for saving tonight's stream. Oh, yeah.
Because as I woke up, if you didn't mention, hey, no stream tonight,
I was going to bed.
Listen, you wrote that. I woke up. I looked at my phone. I said, whoa, wait a minute. What am I supposed to be doing right now? So I want to definitely thank you for that.
Oh, I got you.
And we're out.
Peace, y'all.
All right.